what I would like to briefly show is our analyzers projects. I assume everybody here knows static code analyzers. Of course, what's built into Visual Studio is one default thing, but there are a lot of other analyzer projects out there, and it's Roslyn opening up the compiler APIs. A lot of new analyzers popped up. So what these analyzers do is that they can find issues with your code. Of course, again, Visual Studio does the same thing to an extent, but there are other similar analyzers that can find even more issues, and various coding issues, hidden security problems, or just formatting problems. So you can also configure what your formatting style is, and these analyzers will automatically find any issues with that. Of course, the advantage here is that your code will be better, and reviews can be easier because there will be no trivial or easy to find or easy to fix but hard to find issues. And in our .NET Analyzers project that I linked to, which is of course open source, we have gathered few of these analyzer projects and configured them, and now it's in a package that you can just simply add to your solution, or in this case we are actually using it as a Git submodule, and magically it will work and analyze every project in your solution. So for example, it can detect issues like this. Here we have an interface, and it says that, okay, but it needs documentation. Well, this has documentation, but it doesn't have documentation in a form that IntelliSense would understand and you would get displayed in IntelliSense. The 3 slashes with summary tag. Or it can also notice issues, or more important issues like this one here, that here we have an iDisposable instantiation that is not disposed, which can cause quite a bit of issues, memory links and everything. Furthermore, it also lets us know that this is actually an unused variable, which of course Visual Studio can also do. But naming guidelines can also be enforced. So for example, we see this getShapes method here, which returns a task. So there is that guideline that such methods should be named or suffixed with async. And that's exactly what it says at the async suffix. So we gathered these analyzers into this project and configured it in a way that is more or less compatible with what we have been doing in Orchard for the last decade. Not completely, because there are some, I would say, intuitive rules, like how we format method arguments. Because with drivers, when drivers return something like the initialize method, then we always have some of the methods, some of the parameters in the first line and some of the parameters in the second line, like here. Now, this is not something that an analyzer could understand unless we write our own. And so, unfortunately, this needs to be fixed to something like this. But otherwise, these rules follow the Orchard guidelines. So, yeah, some food for thought. Also, feel free to use it in your own projects, and we can configure this for Orchard as well. I mean, adapt it. And I know that there is at least an editor config, but we can add further analyzers there as well.
Thank you. So something I missed is, you are reusing existing analyzer, okay, FXCOP and others.
Yep.
But you are configuring it.
Yes.
So is it is configured with editor config?
Sorry, this is a.
How do you configure an analyzer?
There is a rule set file. Let me add it to the solution here. There is also Visual Studio support for it, so it's a bit better to edit than just a simple text file. Now it's loading, so yeah, here it is. So for example,
this is FXCode, right?
Partially, yes. That's one of the three ones, and also StyleCop and also Sonar Analyzer.
Oh, I see. So this, okay, the general rule set is for all the analyzers. Okay, I see. I didn't know that.
Yes. So you see, you have this GUI for setting all the rules, but in the end, it will be a text file, an XML configuration file.
Okay. And that's why you make a module, because the module will have this file, so it will be included in your project automatically.
It's a Git submodule, so it's not an Ocean module.
That's what I meant. Sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's right. Furthermore, there is a bit of MS build magic. So these files are automatically added to every project because normally you would need to add packages for these analyzers and the configuration files to every project.
Can't you make it a NuGet package?
Sorry?
Can't you make it a NuGet package directly?
That would be possible as well. We are currently testing it out, so we haven't packaged it up yet, but that would actually work too. Yes.
But this is the way we do that with the application package, the module package, the theme package. That package targets, which are NuGet packages, and we can still inject directory props and custom MS build commands and custom files. So that would be maybe interesting to just point to a NuGet package more than having to define a submodule in Git.
Yeah, possibly. The advantage of the submodule is though that you put it there. You also put a directory props file in the root of the solution, and then it works. So a NuGet package you have to install to a project, but then there needs to be a single project.
The reference and then done. It will restore and work. It just works. Yeah, the package reference. I don't see how harder it is.
You need to add the package reference to a project. So then there will be a singular project that is kind of the root of these.
Okay. Now I get it.
Because this automatically adds all the packages and all the config files to every project in the solution with directory props.
Makes sense. Interesting.
Yeah, and you see all the issues here in Visual Studio, but .NET Build also just outputs everything here. That's what we are actually doing. That's good for continuous integration. You can also make the build fail if any issues are here. So quite useful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is it useful or helpful?
It's useful. It's more than helpful, I would say. There's return on investment.
Thank you.